Laura Bailey is a phenomenal voice actor, and she's also a cast member on Critical Role. That's why I'm talking to her about her acting, her new character, and where she would like to see Critical Role maybe go next.
When I first started voice acting, I didn't even realize that that's what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to be an actor. And I did theater, and I was pursuing, a film and TV career. And then at the same time as all of that was taking off, I got an audition for Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, cartoons, yeah, that sounds cool. It's another gig. I will definitely audition for this. And then as soon as I started doing it, I realized how much freaking fun it was. Because the very first voice I ever got cast for was for a little boy. So it's this beautiful thing of being able to play something that you would never get cast for in any other situation. I can be cast as a sultry sex kitten. I certainly wouldn't get cast as that in real life, but Lust, if you can sound that way, you can do it. It's pretty great.
How did you go about making this new character? This character who is very, very accent heavy.
Jester is, well, you know what? Jester was just kind of like rattling around in my head anyway. I think everybody else was coming up with these new characters at the end of the last campaign and everything. And I tried. I came up with so many different builds for characters that all seemed interesting, and I would have liked to play them, but my mind kept going back to Jester, which was this character I had come up with for a couple one-shots that we did. And every time I would come up with this other idea, I would go, oh, but Jester was so much fun, and I'll never get to play her again, and I wish I could do it. So I ended up just going back to her. I was like, is that weird? Is that weird to do a character that I already showed off somewhere else? And Matt's like, no, if you like it, do it. So I did. When we first started, I didn't think anybody was going to watch. That very first episode, when we started and we looked at it, it was like, oh my God, we have 5,000 people watching the show. This is crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I never expected that. And then the next episode there was more. Then the next episode there was more. And I remember, we were all just like ragtag at that point, and we were like, we should make a shirt. Let's make a shirt. And we designed we saw a fan that had our characters listed, and we're like, can we do that design? He's like, heck yeah. So we made the shirt that had all of our characters listed, and we only made like 100 because we're like, nobody's really gonna want these. And they sold out in like 30 minutes, and we all got together at our house and hand addressed all of the envelopes out to everybody and put little doodles on all of the envelopes. And we were just blown away that anybody would want a shirt that had our characters on it. And I think that was the moment that we were like, I think people might like this. This is really cool. So I think all of us came from kind of a theater or Sam came from a comedy background. We all did theater, and a lot of us did film and TV as well. So yeah, you get that everybody kind of pumps it out the minute the cameras start rolling. Or honestly, that's a lie. The minute we would sit around and start playing, we're performing for each other. So we're all just cracking each other up. It's like a one-up kind of game.
What makes a character a favorite for you to act?
I enjoy when there's aspects about them that aren't predictable, a lot of times. And it happens more with, I feel like villainous characters, like Nadine in the Uncharted series. When I got cast as her, I saw all of these soft sides of her personality and knew that there were all these different aspects that people weren't seeing. And in Uncharted 4, really all you got to see was her really tough side. So when we got to do Lost Legacy, which I was thrilled about finding out they wanted to come back and do anything else, to show off, she's got this whole other side that nobody ever saw, because all she was known for in that game was her kick butt. She was always fighting. So I really enjoy when you get to dive in and be more than people expect. I've always been attached to role playing. I grew up playing, King's Quest and Quest for Glory, and one of my favorite games before I ever started console gaming was Arcanum on the PC. It's really fun. You guys should check it out. I think it's on Steam now. So I always liked that aspect of like building your character and choosing dialogue branches and deciding what kind of person you were going to be, you know, meeting new people. So when we first started playing D&D, and I realized it's like a video game in that aspect that you can choose, but there's no branch. You decide the branch. Everything is open. It's just free world. You're just living as a different person. It's ultimate freedom. It's the same reason that I love voice acting is there's no barrier really, you know?
Do you guys end up feeling a weird sense of responsibility when you meet this many fans who watch your show, and you are kind of like representative of a massive community at this point? Because that's not what you really signed up for.
No. I mean, yes, there's a new kind of pressure that we didn't expect, for sure. I feel like probably Matt, more than anybody else, feels the brunt of that. The rest of us get to just kind of play along for the ride sometimes. But there's this aspect of it, you know, when you get people that come up and talk about how the show helped them through some really dark periods, whether it be depression or the loss of a loved one or something like that. And you realize how much it can mean, how much that form of entertainment or that form of openness can mean to somebody. And it makes playing every week that much more special. You know, when we come to these kind of conventions and you just get story after story, it blows you away that anything that we can be a part of can affect people in that manner. And I'm so grateful for it. So grateful for it. It's so weird to think about that when I was younger and I was thinking about acting, you know, I never imagined that it would take me down this path. Now I enjoy so much every aspect of what I get to do. You know, we get to go during the day and pursue the career that we always imagined for ourselves. And then at night, we go and make complete asshats of ourselves with a group of friends and do that, get to act in a completely different manner. I guess a really cool thing would be, you know, combining the two. So bringing our characters that we created to a different medium, that would be freaking ultimate to get to play, you know, Vox Machina or the Mighty Nine. Let's see if that sticks. In a cartoon or in a video game or something, that'd be really, really cool.
Thank you again, Laura Bailey, for being on D&D Beyond, and also do not miss our new Critical Role recap that'll be on D&D Beyond every Friday. That'll be a breakdown of the previous night's episode on Critical Role. That's being written by James Hake. He actually helped write the Tal'Dorei campaign guide with Matthew Mercer. We also have a Story So Far article up right now on D&D Beyond if you need to catch up with this new group, the Mighty Nine, and their campaign up to this date so far. You can click on that new article by clicking on the link in this video description.